movable board house installation procedures. The basic line setting. 1. Line setting and measuring. Set one line in front of the house and another at the gable wall. Measure 3 meters horizontally and 4 meters vertically. Make stack corners and leave marks. The diagonal line is 5 meters long and measure an angle of 90 degrees. 2. The width of the standard house is measured at 6.06 meters and the original length is 3.54 meters. Make marks at 10 centimeters away from the measured width and length, then begin line setting. 3. At the front line of the house, measure 1.77 meters and leave a mark. Then put a measure line to 3.54 meters and leave a mark. Measure 1.77 meters at the place of the 3.54 meters and leave a mark. 4. Along the gable wall, measure 3 lengths of 1.97 meters and leave marks. 5. Punch holes at every mark. Fasten the bolt. Stick ceiling strips to the 2 boards of the gable wall. 6. Respectively measure the front line of the house and the line of the gable wall above the base, and leave marks. Punch holes at the marks and fasten the bolt. 2. Installation. 1. Stick ceiling strips to the colored composite board. 2. Install the forward and backward boards of the gable wall. Use 10 cm long self-drilling screws to fasten the joint part. The thickness of the foam is 74 mm. Besides, there are sizes of 50 mm and 10 mm, and then it could even be further thickened to enhance the heat insulating property. Three. Join an iron board between the 2 wall boards that has been installed. Use bolt to fasten the joint part at both sides. The house adopts vertical plug boards, which make full use of the intensity of the bottom board, plus the used steel frame with strengthening ribs, making the house as a whole strong and airtight. The outside frame of the new pattern house and the boat's absolute adoption of zinc galvanized materials raise the anti-corrosion effects and service life of the house. 4. Pointed beam installation. When setting at the first bolt, turn the beam point downward. After another mountain board is set up, then turn the beam point upward and fasten the second bolt. 5. The side wall boards installation. When the 2 boards are joined together, the mountain board should be set at half of the side width of the wall board. 6. Install iron board between the 2 boards and use bolts to fasten them. 7. Along the front line of the house, set another mountain board and fasten it at the other half of the side width of the wall board. Join it tightly to the mountain board of the first house and fasten it with self-drilling screws. Meanwhile, install another mountain board at the back wall and fasten it. 8. Pointed beam installation. When setting at the first bolt, turn the beam point downward. After another mountain board is set in position, turn the beam point upward and fasten the second bolt. 9. Install wall boards at both sides of the house and fasten them with self-drilling screws. Join them in the middle with iron board and fasten it with bolts. 10. Cut the purlins according to the net length of the house inside and install door case and windows. 11. Install purlins. Put the purlins to the beam one by one and fasten them with self-drilling screws. 12. Stick ceiling strips to the joint part between the wallboard and the roof board in order to strengthen the heat insulating property and prevent rain and wind leaks. 13. Install the roof. Leave about 15 centimeters at the joint end in order to prevent the rainwater flowing into the house, and install roof boards one by one. Use self-drilling screws to fasten stably. Meanwhile, spray PU foam sealant to fill the gaps between the back and fourth roof boards, which will prevent rainwater and wind. 14. Edge coating. Wrap around the roof with edge bars and fasten them with self-drilling screws. 15. Install ridge tiles and put plastic foams in the gaps between the ridge tiles and the roof and fasten them with rivets. 16. Install doors and doorknobs. Punch lock holes. Spray neutral silicone sealant at the window cases. Fasten the door cases with self-drilling screws at last and install window screens. 17. Installation of the single-layer new pattern movable house is completed. When paving floorboards in the house, you should pay special attention to that. The surface of the floorboards or the cement floor should be higher than the house boards by 2 to 3 centimeters in order to prevent water